I'm Nikki.
And I'm Audrey, and this is the basics of LD debate. So first of all, we're going to be talking about some of the jargon that you might hear as you attempt to learn how to judge LD debate. And one of the big ones is flow, which is how you're going to take your notes for the round. And this will be sort of a shorthand because people speak so fast, and that fast speaking is called spreading. And it's something that some people will do. You can tell your competitors not to do it, and they will slow down. If they don't, you can knock them down, but the higher up you go, the faster they will speak. And then also we have contentions, which are each of the individual pieces of their case, and your competitors will most likely roadmap these, which is to tell you where they are in their case, and they'll say contention 1, and then they'll begin to speak on that point, and then contention 2, and so forth until they are done.
Also, you're probably going to need to know what a framework is, which would be the value and value criterion. LD is considered a morals-based debate, unlike policy, which is centered around a lot of other things. But most people are either going to be traditional or progressive. You can ask a debater which one they are. Traditional is going to be focused more on the framework, which is value and value criterion, and involves a set moral or a standard that you should be looking to weigh the round. Progressive debaters are most likely going to focus on the contention level, which we already covered as the main points that the debater is going to make. In LD, you can choose to tell your competitors which thing you're going to focus on more, but be aware that their cases are going to be structured according to which type of debate they most likely will be practicing.
Okay, so this is the basics of an LD case. I'm Audrey. I'm Alex. And I will be covering the affirmative side. And I'll be covering the negative side. Okay, so the affirmative is the one that starts off the debate with a 6-minute affirmative constructive, which is when they read their case that they have prepared beforehand. And if it's not prepared, you can usually tell, and this should reflect in the debater's score and or the round. Then there's negative, but Alex will get to that. And then after the 6-minute after constructive, there is a 3-minute cross-examination where the neg can ask questions of the app, and the app can answer them, and they'll try to be a little easy with it, but that's fine. Just they will do what they do. And then the next app speech, where'd it go? You might be starting over. It's 4 minutes, and that is their rebuttal of the neg speech that has occurred before that. And then the app has the final speech, which is 3 minutes, and the final speech of the round.
Okay, so the neg starts off with a 7-minute speech, and it's different from the app because there's only 2 speeches. In the first 7-minute speech, the neg gets a chance to address the app case and go over their own case. Then when they're done with that, the app will have a chance to ask neg questions for the same 3-minute cross-ex period. In the end, the neg has a 6-minute speech that is their final to address everything the app has said and go over voters for them. And they basically do the same thing as the app. And throughout the round, each debater has a total of 4 minutes prep time that they can use before any of their speeches.
To recap the speaking times, remember there's a 6-minute app speech followed by 3 minutes of cross-examination, 7-minute neg speech, 3 minutes of cross-examination again, followed by a 4-minute app rebuttal, the 6-minute neg rebuttal, and finally the 3-minute final app rebuttal.
So, what shouldn't I do while judging? The number one thing you want to avoid while judging is bringing in bias to the round. This seems obvious, but sometimes can take really discrete forms. In general, you should never bring outside information into the round unless it's obvious. If something a debater says is obviously untrue, then it's okay to clarify that, but try to avoid bringing up your own personal experiences and beliefs when deciding the fate of the
or at least attentive, and give us constructive criticism at the end of the round. 2 different colored pens, preferably contrasting colors, is good for flowing, and a pad of paper to flow the round on. Know how to retain and follow the thinking of a fast speaker, and if you know shorthand, that would be helpful. Know the general layout of an LD case, the value criterion, resolutional analysis.
Hi, I'm Hannah Summers. I'm going to be talking about the different types of judges. So debaters, before they debate, must ask their judge's paradigm. What is the paradigm, you ask? A paradigm is the compass in which the judge evaluates the round. They tell you what they prefer in a round. Judges' preferences go on a spectrum of 3 categories: conservative, progressive, and traditional. The following preferences may indicate what kind of judge you have. Conservative. Like conservative policies, can include counterplans for liberal-esque resolutions, philosophical arguments that align with conservative policies. prefer policy-esque arguments, so that's producing counterplans, stuff like that, and they are okay with speed talking, spreading is acceptable. Traditional LG judges prefer when you go down the flow and carry your value criterion. Philosophy-based arguments and slower talking. So that's the basic LD type of judge. Thank you.
Okay. There are 3 key ideas when evaluating a Lincoln. I'm so sorry.
It's all good, just keep going.
A Lincoln-Douglas debate round. First, well-structured argumentation. Successful debaters will focus on advancing their own arguments while also refuting their opponent's points. Second, framework-level arguments. Each debater shall provide a framework, or a standard they think the judge should use to evaluate the round. Third, offensive argumentation. Once the judges determine which framework they are using to evaluate the round, it is necessary to determine who is winning the debate under the terms of that framework.
In an LD round, there's several things you should do when filling out the ballot. First of all, make sure that you've flown the round so that you know whose arguments belong to which side. Finally, also feel free to leave a few sentences explaining why you made your decision. When you fill out who won the round, make sure to include their name or initials and their school in the winner box. And finally, you'll have to award speaker points. These are points which show how well you think that individual expressed themselves verbally. Normally, speaker points will fall on a scale of 20 to 30. 30 meaning they were outstanding, 20 meaning, well, they weren't. Some judges will give individuals less than 20 speaker points, however, it's not recommended. Once you've filled out the ballot in the correct manner and completely, you can drop it off to the tab room, and then you're free to go judge your next round.